I'm Nick, and welcome to the Rig and Farm YouTube channel. As you just saw, the tractor just got hauled off to the dealership for repair. When we got our Kubota LX 2610, I really expected to be able to get a lot of work done on the farm. And honestly, if our farm was already established and we had clear pastures and we were just maintaining the property, it would be great. But we needed to do a lot more preliminary construction work, and unfortunately, the machine is just not cut for it. Yeah, it can pick up some logs and it can move a little bit of dirt. We've been able to dig up several stumps with it, but at what cost? Our front end loader is completely bent. Our 3-point hitch system also got really messed up and bent, and it's come apart just from using the box blade on some area we're trying to flatten out. Luckily, we have the K-TAC insurance, and hopefully we can get everything repaired without having to pay anything extra other than that small deductible. I'm sure I'll get notified by either K-TAC or the dealership once they've done the estimate. While I'm up here at the property, I'm going to get some work done. I need to water our garden since we haven't had any rain in several days. I actually brought some water with me since we don't have any running water. We do have about 75 gallons of water in our IBC tote, but I don't want to use that if I don't have to. I also need to start cleaning up the area where we're going to build our chicken coop because we should be moving onto the property really within the next month or two. Our manufactured home is supposed to be delivered next week, and the power company still hasn't run power out here. I talked to the guy from the power company yesterday and let him know our home is being delivered really soon and I need power. We paid for our power to be installed months and months ago, and I told him before we even got an invoice to pay that we are going to need power for this home. I want to go ahead and get the ball rolling now because I don't want to have a home without power because it takes 1 month, 2 months, or however long to get the power out here. He assured me it would be no big deal, we wouldn't have to worry. But here we are really close to having our home and still no power. Hopefully I'll hear back from them soon with good news that they'll have power run next week or the following, I guess, at the latest, since we don't need power as they're putting the home in, just shortly afterwards. All right, time to put the camera down and get to work. The solar panel's doing its job and keeping the battery for the Energizer fully charged. Time to turn it off so I don't hurt myself. The sprayer's clogged, so I guess I have to pour it on manually. It's not fun, that's for sure. We have corn. Several kernels germinated, so that's pretty awesome. We did 4 10-foot rows of sweet corn spaced 7 1/4 inches apart. We also have some sunflowers that germinated, so that's pretty cool. We were worried that birds might fly in and try to eat the seeds. We don't have 100% germination, or well, maybe the seeder didn't actually plant seeds at every interval, but there are some bare spots where we should have plants that we don't. So either they didn't drop seeds, they didn't germinate, or birds got them. And let's walk down and look at the other flowers. Our first batch of dahlias is doing pretty well. I don't know if they got enough water. Ashley would be a better judge of that, but she's not here with me today because she's sleeping after working night shift. Most of these have sprouted, so that's pretty cool. We're succession planting the gladiolas, so we didn't plant all of them at once because we want to make sure we have flowers throughout the season and not just all at once. So here's one batch right here, doing pretty well. And the other batch, also doing pretty well. I'm glad we did have some water up here because I needed it. What I brought was not enough. What I used probably isn't enough either. And unfortunately, we're not expecting rain for another couple weeks. So I'm gonna have to come up here at least a couple times a week to make sure the plants get plenty of water. Started cleaning up this area, clearing it out, getting all the twigs and branches and small tree stumps out of the way, because we need a good working area to get the coop in, and we also have to make sure there's room behind the coop for the fence. That's where I stopped, trying to dig up that little tree stump. Makes me appreciate the tractor that much more. I've cleaned up a much larger area than the coop is going to take up. That's great because we need space to walk around, we need place for the nesting boxes, and we also need to make sure there's room for the fence to go behind it so they're enclosed and protected from predators. And escape, because they like to do that.